This is hashtag save rec room. If you don't know what Save Rec Room was, it was basically a campaign set up by a couple of people. They were trying to get the most people online in Rec Room at one time. I think this original plan was a great way to show the executives and the higher-ups at Rec Room that the community is more important than making like $3 billion in a day or something from all these big cosmetics and all the expensive like items. It's just, you know, this original thing was a good idea, guys, but then it started to go downhill very fast. It started to seem like instead of trying to save Rec Room, they were trying to kill it, bro. They started planning to review bomb the game, and then they started saying that the reason they wanted to get the most people online at once was to crash the servers. Like, that is not a good idea. I think the review bomb thing like kind of had good intentions, but like then they started saying like review bomb it everywhere, and they're saying like they want to do some actual damage to the company or something. I don't even know. Like, all this is gonna do is make people see the reviews on a game and be like, I ain't playing this. It's had like the worst reviews ever. This is gonna stop new people from coming in. This is a horrible idea. And then like the organization for this was also like horrible. Like the plan changed like 100 times. There's a million different things that were like worded incorrectly and they had to fix. Like one of the guys who was organizing it said like, oh, we don't mean to crash the server. I obviously meant to fill up the slots. Like, that is not like crashing me. Like, oh my god, bro. I don't even know what to. And then with the review bomb, they said like, it's not happening. We canceled it. Like, do not do this. And then 20 minutes later they said, okay, it's not fully cancelled, guys. We can still review bomb the game. Like, bruh, oh my god. I think the only thing good to come out of this was like these cool posters. I'm gonna put them on screen now. They actually look pretty fire. I don't know who made them, but like shout out to whoever made these posters, you know, 10 out of 10. And then people start to like catch on, like these people don't know what they're doing at all. There's no organization. They're doing it for clout. That's what Muslims say. One of the people who made a video about this is Juppy VR. I'll leave his video in the description. It's a really good video. Check it out. Talks about why this is a bad idea, why the people organizing it are just using it for like views and clicks or whatever. And that this is not gonna save Rec Room in the end. It's gonna hurt it more than it's gonna save it. He also says that like the organizer is like a horrible person. They manipulate people. I don't know if that's real or not. I'ma just like, he said it, I don't know. And the person organizing it saw Juppy's video and he like crashed out of it. He was not happy at all, bro. He wrote like a whole essay on Discord. I'll read it out for you now. He said, I would like to address the recent claims about my character as a person and my involvement in the movement. There is technically no way to prove that my words and actions are incapable of hurting the emotions of others. I cannot control how others feel, in which they are valid for feeling. I acknowledge that I might appear to be narcissistic, but that is completely not my intention. Additionally, I have never had any intention whatsoever to control others. I am not a manipulative person, nor will I ever be. In all, the comments regarding my character are not true at all. If I come across as narcissistic or manipulative in the future, please let me know, as I will have, and never had any intention to be any of those things. I acknowledge now that as a popular RecTuber, my words have power. Regarding the My Little Monsters trailer launch, I was told to make an announcement to comments hashtag save rec room by the general chat. I had assumed it wouldn't be that many people who would actually go and comment, however, that was clearly proven to be a misjudgment. Once I noticed things were getting out of hand, I tried to ask the people to calm down, but the damage was unfortunately done. The review bomb was cancelled due to feedback from participants. Personally, I am against review bombing. However, I am not the sole decision maker, and for a moment, it was decided that there was going to be a review bombing situation. Fortunately, the plan was taken down, and the admin team is currently working on revising it and making it better with the help from the feedback and criticisms from the other members of the movement. Before the YouTuber Juppy's video was published, the review bombing had already been taken down for revision. This movement is something I am not in charge of. The admin team as a total is ultimately the one in charge. I am just one person in the team. My role is to make the announcements in the server. I am not the founder of the movement, nor do I intend to be. I created the server, yes, but that doesn't mean I'm the only one making decisions. As someone who prefers to spend my time talking with fellow Rec Room players, I take the feedback from the participants of the movement and communicate it to the admin team, so we can converse about it and make the final decision. I also saw mentions about me leaving Rec Room. This is a misunderstanding. As a YouTuber, I don't want to be stuck solely to making videos about Rec Room. I want to broaden my horizons and do new things, which includes other VR games. Rec Room is still my favorite game, and I currently have zero intentions to permanently leave it in the future. The Save Rec Room movement is not meant to be a cash grab for attention. Clout is not the goal, and it will never be the goal. Goal is to ultimately push for Rec Room to become a better game, something I wish to happen as Rec Room has a special place in my heart. The movement is still ongoing, and besides what I mentioned, nothing else is cancelled. Please keep an eye out for future announcements. And then he gives over the server to another person called Blur. I'm happy that Toaster did respond, but I also feel like his response was kind of like he just blamed everyone else other than himself. He didn't really take much responsibility. But you know, when I saw the announcement, I thought it was going to be good because he gave the permission to somebody else. He wasn't going to be in charge anymore, and the person who was in charge, they're like really optimistic about everything. They thought it was going to go great. And then the new leader, I'm pretty sure he's like the third leader now. I don't even know. I lost count, bro. I don't even. And then at this point, everything was still going ahead. You know, he said, "Time to turn the bus around. We finna clear this up. We're trying to make it better." And then 2 days later, he cancelled the whole movement. Let's go. He said like he couldn't really fix the movement. You know, it was supposed to be happening like 7 days from when he cancelled it. There was nothing he could do. I think #SaveRecRoom could have been something great, but they just went down all the wrong paths. The only thing they had to do was get the most people on at once. That would have been amazing. This would have been a great way to send a message. We still play the game. We still love the game. Keep updating your game. Give us more quests. Give us more RROs. It would have been the best way. But then they started talking about review bombing, you know, trying to crash the servers. Like, it's just not a good idea. And then they kept doubling down on these ideas too. They kept canceling the review bombs and then bringing them back and then canceling them again. It was just a mess, you know, like they could have done it a lot better. I'm pretty sure the Therapeutic is doing something like this, but you actually leave good feedback and you don't review bomb the game. So if you're interested in that, watch Therapeutic's video. I'll put it on screen. It's in the description. And if you like this video, subscribe.